Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. This evening, I really want to let you know something that has been, for me, I'm lost for words. I'm literally lost for words. Right, okay. Did you know that the Commonwealth pays money towards the funding of the NHS, the Department for International Development, and the military, under a term called miscellaneous? It's part of the Commonwealth treaties. Well hidden, of course, similar to the French continuation of colonization tax. Yes. We are paying effectively the same thing. So when we are busy castigating France on their own, we have to look at our own former colonial master, if you like, the former colonial, the UK. So here's how it works from what I've understood. As African nations, because we are former colonies, we are now in what is known as Commonwealth, we must give 45% of monthly income to the UK to fund NHS, to fund the Department for International Development, and to fund the military in the UK. I kid you not. I kid you. And what is worse is that the Asian nations such as India and others, they have arranged a separate deal for themselves and said, no, we are not paying the 45%, we are only going to pay you 15%. Yeah. So let that sink in. You can see I'm obviously triggered. Words fail me. But then again, I'm not surprised, because colonials are colonials. All they are interested in is extracting what they don't own, taking from what they don't own at all costs. So that's their plan. And of course, it's clear to see. But what is astonishing is that many of us were not aware of this until now. We're coming up with this now. It's hidden, it's well hidden. This is well hidden. And a lot of countries are doing this. African countries are paying. We're not free. All of this goes to confirm that Africa is not free. If we're having to pay tax of any kind to the people that colonized us, what's the difference between what France is doing and what the UK is doing then? What's the difference? There is no difference. That's the point. Like I said, all of this is hidden on something called miscellaneous, and it's well hidden. Very much like the Pact for the Continuation of Colonization that the French has imposed upon the Francophone. Now 3 of the countries have left, and the others are sure to follow. I think we need to look at this on the countries, the African countries that were colonized by UK must really discuss, have a meeting, a serious meeting, paying 45% of your income, because the person who colonized you is no longer getting everything that is yours. It's ridiculous. We cannot allow this to carry on. This is so wrong on so many levels. And what is galling for me is that we seem to just sort of take it. You can see I'm really choosing my words. I'm having to be very careful how I state things because I'm likely to just, but that's not what we're trying to do here. I'm trying to make sure that we understand why we must break free permanently from this injustice. This is sheer injustice. This is sheer injustice that we cannot allow to stand anymore. I will probably come back and do a proper show about this later on again, but these are the facts. Commonwealth is funding NHS, yes, under the Commonwealth treaties. And there is another information I wanted to share with you, but I'm going to hold that back for now. Let me hold that back for now. I'll hold that information back for now. I just want us to know that Commonwealth is funding the UK NHS via this arrangement where we are paying for being former colonies. So they are doing exactly what the French are doing. Exactly. There's no difference. We need to understand this as Africans. Again, I am calling on the entire African continent to begin to work. There should be an urgent meeting among all African countries right now and put a stop to both the French and the English. These are two different systems with the same goal: oppression of Africans on the African continent. We're not even going to talk about the military bases that the US is putting in there. And all these countries are working together. Yeah, I'll hold off. I'm going to hold fire on one more thing, or a few things just yet. That's going to come later. But I really wanted to bring this to your attention. And we may do a live on this where I'd like to hear people's views on the fact that we now understand that the UK is just as bad as France in extracting money from former colonies by way of forcing them to pay 45% of their monthly income to UK under what is known as miscellaneous. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts on this? Let's have a serious conversation about this. This should motivate us to ensure that we continue to empower people in the knowledge of the fraudulent constitution written by the same colonials to oppress us in our land. We need to translate into the local languages so that people can begin to participate in their governance and put a stop to the injustice. We need you to jump on board. Join us in the struggle. We must translate every single constitution into local languages. And every one of us has to play a role in making that a strong reality. We welcome donations. We are working with a number of people and group of people, even into Congo and all of the areas, and across Africa, many people are expressed interest, and they see the vision of freeing Africa, that the people as a whole, in their language, in their mother tongue, must participate in this process to truly free Africa. So that's part of the reason why we are putting out this information now. So we understand that both the French and the English have extracted money. It is it's like a mafia. No difference from people that they oppressed. I don't want to say much more. Let us have your comments. Listen to it, and let's have your thoughts. 40 to 45% of our monthly income is having to go to fund the NHS that the Commonwealth people cannot use. And we are funding the military and the Department for International Development under the term miscellaneous. Let's have your thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, you are of course watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Let us hear from you. Please share. I will probably do a live on this as well, but I wanted to put this out there and let's hear your thoughts about this as Africans. We need to work together on this constitution to translate it into all these constitutions into our local languages, be it French or English constitutions, into our local languages, so our people can begin to participate in our governance and hold the government.